Aloha. Welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and the home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the San Diego State Aztecs taking on a team recharged after a much-needed bye week, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Aztecs will kick it away to start us off. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to fire from the pistol. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup. The Big Ten schedule sort of ate these guys up last year. They're looking for a better performance this time around.
Yeah, and it eats a lot of people up, obviously being such a tough conference. But if you look at the way you start the season, a lot of times, man, that's when you build your momentum. That's when you build your confidence. If you can hang around, be competitive, sometimes the way...
All kinds of running room. Running inside the 20. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Leaves it with the running back. Here it is trying to bash it forward. He got a couple. It's down at the 11. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Going to the running game. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Line gets set. 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He can't corral the pitch, the ball's on the ground. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors! Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
It's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
He's going to bring it out from deep. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. They'll go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? To the ground to try to move the chains. At the 35, he's loose. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
3rd down and 2, you know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. With that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Fires into the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. Crosses midfield. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, San Diego State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This should be the last play of the quarter. He wants to throw. Pressure coming. Chucked it away just as he was hit. And the laundry drops as the pass falls incomplete. Let's see who the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to throw. It's Lavis. Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
Hawaii, 14. San Diego State, 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. A little release to the back. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Going for it all. He holds it in, and nobody's close. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hawaii.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Hawaii, 21. San Diego State, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Mitchell. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Goodness, great. That is the way you blow up a play quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, cause direct. That had to be a blown assignment. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. Oh, man, this could have disaster written all over it. Going for it inside their own 40. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He's got him, and they convert. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down. The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. They get to the line quickly.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off play action. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
Get it out on the screen. Smashes through. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit them for a 1st down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. Off the RPO, complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Defense in press coverage. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They go to the ground. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Aztecs looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Lavis. Got him downfield. Oh, it's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Yeah, and you see wide receiver catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. To the air on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Mendoza. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Aztecs in the hurry-up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Going for the screen. Oh, and he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Warriors. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's the handoff. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Might as well give it to him again. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Rainbow Warriors will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Mitchell. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford. And he intercepts it. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
I love when defensive linemen play with this type of awareness. You knew he wasn't going to be able to get to the quarterback, so he slows the rush down, IDs and finds out where the QB is, and then gets his big old paws up in the air to bat it away.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Throws to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Rainbow Warriors want to crank the tempo. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Hawaii.
Here comes the field goal unit.
17 on the field goal.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
Hawaii.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good...
And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. To the air, it's Labus. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the beatdown has ensued. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Vanderbilt is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Doors fans wanted on a... Victory feels great no matter what the final score is. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And now to try to put things in motion on 2nd and long from the 15. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Motion from the offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. Got room at the 35. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. And the Aztecs want to move quickly. Now from inside the red zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Aztecs!
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown.
14.
Still down big here in the 3rd quarter, but if you can recover this onside kick, you might get back in the game. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
To the air, it's Labus. Going up top. He caught it. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And the stomping has commenced.
How about that? 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3 is coming soon.
The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Just unloaded on the kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This time it's complete. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, it's still short of the first down.
2nd down coming up.
They want to just keep throwing it. And that ball is picked off. Bringing it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. Ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late, and as a result, it's an INT.
Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll leave it with him. At the 35, he's got room. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the route is on. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score Hawaii 49, San Diego State 14.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Mitchell. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's O'Neal. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20.
Hawaii 49, San Diego State 14.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he is not going to get there as the defense gets him on the ground. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. The Aztecs want to pick up the tempo. They'll throw it on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, San Diego State.
Number 24.
This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't. And keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
And he puts through the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Dropping back, it's Lavis. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly complete. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Here we go with the run on 4th down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Warriors! And the punishment has been extended. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown, and there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Back to throw, it's O'Neal. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. He's looking to throw it. He wants to go deep. Got it. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift. A late touchdown. You want something to be able to feel positive about after this game, and maybe that late touchdown will do it.
And Reese, I'm positive that stat counts on my stat line. Keep playing. Keep piling up those stats. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He's looking to throw. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Running through contact.
The two-point attempt is no good. That keeps the score.
At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll try the run. Got enough space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hawaii, 63. San Diego State, 27.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they've just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. He's going to pass. He'll take a shot. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Quarterback checking off. Looking to pass. It's Lavis. Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. Power football with the run. That's a 20. He's got space. Lowers those pads. They're able to make the stop, but this offense running